guys, we are back after being gone for a really long time. And we have our baby, and he's right here. So we're going to try and do a reaction video while he's sitting with me, and we'll see how that goes.
Yes.
But yeah, so we're back with another song by Eminem.
Yes.
And which one are we doing?
So we're doing Doomsday Part 2, which was just released within the last week. Have you heard it?
No, I
So,
don't. I'm literally either, I don't even get a second to even like listen to music, honestly.
so sorry, I have some caught in my throat. I actually have listened to it once, so this isn't a first time reaction for me, but I haven't delved into the lyrics. I purposely made a point not to listen again once I knew we were going to be doing this, so
Okay.
it's definitely a first time reaction for you.
Yeah. I don't even know music anymore.
Yeah, there's another Eminem song that we missed while we were gone, with Juice World that came out. So we'll have to do that one as well. Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
So, definitely, wow, I don't even remember how to do
I
this.
know me either. It's so awkward.
Okay, so we are sponsored by Carnivore Snacks, which is one of the best meat snacks ever. I actually just got a new bag of carnivore snacks, but it's literally sitting over there unopened because who has time to open things when you have a newborn baby? But yeah, so these are the bison sliders. These are excellent. My favorite are the lamb sliders, as everyone who watches our videos knows. You must try them if you've never tried any of their products before. It'll definitely open your world up to everything that they have to offer. Start with the sliders for sure. And they're all grass fed. They are free range and regeneratively raised, which is very important. And there's only two ingredients. It's grass-fed bison in this one and Redmond real salt, which is excellent. You can't get any more simple than that. They're super delicious. I'll show you what they look like. See, they're literally like meat potato chips. They're crunchy, they're salty, they're delicious, amazing. A million billion times better than eating beef jerky and much more minimal ingredients. And you can use our coupon code with Smith for 15% off your first purchase, and the link is in the description below. We are also sponsored by SeatGeek, which is a great website to get tickets, whether it be tickets for like concerts, comedians, sporting events, Broadway. We actually just used SeatGeek to get my parents' Broadway tickets. It was a great price point. Like, they literally have everything you can imagine. So, definitely check them out. See if you're interested in checking anything out. Ooh, they have Super Bowl tickets. Use our coupon code to get Super Bowl tickets. Our um our coupon code is the same. It's with Smith, and you'll save $20 off your first purchase. So definitely check that out. And all the links are in the description below. And follow us on social media channels if you're interested. I should start posting there more, hopefully. I say that in every video. Just a little chaotic intro, but that's fine.
Yes. So as I said, the name of the song we're doing is called Doomsday Part 2.
Okay.
This is off the Lyrical Lemonade album. All is Yellow, I believe is the name of
What
it.
is Doomsday Part 1? I should have asked that.
So Lyrical Lemonade, Cole Bennett is this dude. This is his album. He goes Lyrical Lemonade's his like I don't know if he's a producer. I actually don't know. Like he's not a rapper. I guess he's a
So
producer.
he's like a DJ Khaled?
So Lyrical Lemonade did like the Nat music video with Eminem. So he is like DJ Khaled, but I don't know if he actually produces himself. I'm not sure. Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, I've never heard of him, and I'm kind of, I don't really understand.
So there was so it's actually interesting. There was a song called Doomsday on one of his last projects, the Lyrical Lemonade project, and it featured Juice World and who else was it? Was it Corday? I don't remember, but it's definitely Juice World. And the song sampled Role Model by Eminem, which is interesting from the Slim Shady LP. So this is Doomsday Part 2, and it's weird because it's Eminem rapping on a sampled version of one of his old songs. It's like a slowed
Interesting.
down version of the beat. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that
So,
should be cool.
yeah, and it was just released on January 26th. So, what's that? 5 days ago.
A little long ago, but we're delayed with
Yeah.
everything.
So it's a pretty short song. we'll maybe pause it once to break
Okay.
down the lyrics. But yeah.
That sounds good.
All right. Here we go. Doomsday Part 2.
Yeah. A little under the weather. Fuck it. Yeah. Alright, here we go. First I'm a shredder, burst like I had a personal vendetta. Words come together like birds of a feather. Till I need a walker like Herschel. I'm better than all of you fucking little twerps put together. But I'm not trying to be controversial, I'd rather talk about shit with the purpose that matters. Like who had the second best verse on Forever. Now I got a riddle. One condition, you mustn't laugh. Okay. What is the opposite of Benzino? What? A giraffe. Go with his neck, how the fuck is that? How can I go with something he doesn't have? Arms so short he can't even touch his hands when they're above his head doing jumping jacks. Sorry, I don't mean to upset you, Ben. When I talk about all the debt you in, I hear that you've been creeping on the low in them cheap hotels that they catch you in. Jesus Christ, dog, when you said 210, never guessed you meant at the Red Wolf Inn, in a room with one single bed, two men. Shady man, you can. Yes, you can.
Okay.
That's so funny. He's still going at Branzino.
Yeah, Benzino. Um, so like I said, I heard this once, and I have the lyrics pulled up on my phone as usual to make sure the lyrics on the screen are the same. Um, yeah, it's interesting. There's a few lines here that I didn't catch the first time I listened. I knew he
Mhm.
was talking about, talking shit about Benzino, but whatever. All right, so here we go. He starts off, he says, "First I'm a shredder, verse like I had a personal vendetta. Words come together like birds of a feather, till I need a walker like Herschel. I'm better than all of you fucking little twerps put together."
Okay.
So the the first I'm a shredder. So it sounds like it's a little play on the words there. So like a shredder, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then but he says shredder.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So then it's like a full sentence. I'm a shred a verse. You know what I mean? Like I had a personal vendetta. So he's gonna kill the verse because as if the verse did something to him and he's trying to get back at it.
Yes.
And then yeah, words come together like birds of a feather. Birds of a feather flock together. Till I need a walker like Herschel, I'm better.
I don't get it.
So Herschel Walker was a football player, and I don't know if you remember, he ran for Senate in Georgia. Um, he was the Republican candidate, and he lost.
I don't think I knew that, or I just don't remember.
Yeah, so he was going against. It was him and Dr. Oz. It was
Oh,
after,
okay. I know Dr. Oz
and
was
then
running, but I
John.
didn't know.
It was the two of them. There, it was after
Mm.
Trump lost the White House, and this was for control of the Senate. There was a runoff in Georgia, and there was two seats, and Trump was mad, and he was telling people not to vote. Or was this in 2022? Whatever. Either way, Herschel Walker was a Republican nominee, and Dr. Oz was another one, and they both
I
lost.
thought Dr. Oz was a Democrat.
No, he was the Republican nominee. He ran against John Fetterman, who's the Democrat, the guy that had the stroke.
Okay.
So okay. Anyway, Herschel Walker, football player, political candidate. He's doing a play on his name. He says, "Till I need a walker like Herschel." So Herschel Walker, but also till he gets old, he's going to be, right,
Yeah,
killing verses.
being better than everybody.
And then I'm better than all you fucking little twerps put together. So he's just bragging. He's the best. He says, "But I'm not trying to be controversial. I'd rather talk about shit with the purpose that matters, like who had the second best verse on Forever." Damn.
Because obviously he's saying he had the best.
It's so funny because he gets along with
All of them?
Little Wayne, Drake. Yeah, I don't know about Kanye these days, but yeah. And it's funny, he's like taking shots at them. Like he's constantly bringing up he said like that song when I stole the feature, sorry if I took forever. He had that line in one of
Yes.
the songs we did. So yeah, he's still talking about that, which is funny. Um, that's straightforward. Okay, then he says, "Now I got a riddle, one condition, you mustn't laugh. What is the opposite of Benzino? A giraffe."
Yeah, when I heard that, I was like, what does that mean?
Yeah. I honestly I didn't me either. Once he says go at his neck, I'm like, okay, now I get it. But
Oh, is he like got like a short, stubby
he
neck?
was like juiced up, like
Oh, so he has
jacked.
no, so he looks like a thumb.
Yeah.
Well, wait.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
neck.
no neck.
Just yeah. So yeah, a giraffe. Go at his neck. How the fuck is that? How can I go at something he doesn't have? Arms so short he can't even touch his hands
Like the
when they're
T-Rex.
when they're up above his head doing jumping jacks. So, yes, like you mentioned, as soon as we paused it, he's going at Benzino again, and I mean, it's not like a surprise I'm ruining, but he's going after him for the rest of the song.
Okay.
It's like a whole song dedicated to going back to that
Did
beef.
something happen?
So Benzino's always talking about him in interviews. His daughter, Coi Leray, was recently on the Math Hoffa podcast, who's a battle rapper that interviews other rappers. They talk. I think I've showed you clips where they're in a barbershop. They talk. That's his daughter, and Eminem came up there, and whatever. So she got involved. We get a little bit more info from that, but Benzino's always talking about him. So
Okay.
yeah. So yeah, I mean the bars here, it's so what's the so it's funny. Okay. So it's I got a riddle, one condition you mustn't laugh. So he's like foreshadowing that like he's gonna say something
Funny.
silly, funny, yeah. And then the opposite of Benzino's a giraffe, and it's
So
like, oh
something with no neck.
yes. Then he says, how the fuck is that? How can I go at something he doesn't have? So no neck. And then he just reiterates the same thing. Arms so short he can't even touch his hands when they're above. Okay, actually, so no, he's not reiterating. This is a totally different thing. Arms so short he can't even touch his hands when they're above his head doing jumping jacks. So even though he has no neck, he still can't get his hands over his
He
head
has no
because
neck and no arms.
yeah, even when he's doing jumping jacks. All right, that's funny. Okay, then he continues. Sorry, I don't mean to upset you, Ben. When I talk about all that debt you in, I hear that you've been creeping on the low in them cheap hotels that they catch you in. So this is, yeah, so this is straightforward. The only thing I'll point out, I mean, we're obviously breaking down the lyrics, is his flow. I mean, for the whole verse that we've done so far is so he's doing like almost like a staccato way he's delivering the
Yeah.
line. Upset you, Ben, when I talk, oh, the debt you in, you know what I mean? That whole thing. Okay, so then he's just saying he's broke, he's in debt.
And
You're,
he's cheating on his wife or girlfriend,
so
whatever.
you're creeping on the low in them cheap hotels that they catch you in. So you could interpret. I mean, he goes on to imply something very obvious, but it could be he's poor and he's broke and he's sneaking around because he doesn't want people to see him in cheap hotels. Do you know what I mean? Like you could interpret that as that just for this line, right? But
I guess.
well, yeah, as you said, you're in debt. People are catching you in cheap hotels. You know what I mean? So you're broke. You wouldn't
So
want people
like
to see
when he's
you.
going around, like usually, obviously, if you're like a celebrity
Yeah,
or
you
like
wouldn't
well
be in a
known, you'd be in like an expensive hotel.
exactly. But that's just, a little bit of it. It's more what you were saying about, I don't know if he's married at all. You know what I
Because it
mean?
sounds like cheating to me, but like I don't know.
So it's not necessarily cheating. I don't know. I don't know if you
Yeah,
remember. I don't know if they could hear that. Um,
probably.
okay. So then he says, Jesus Christ, dog, when you said 210, never guessed you meant at the Red Roof Inn, in a room with one single bed, two men. Shady man, you can't. Yes, you can. Okay. So then this is where he continues. Okay, so Jesus Christ, dog, when you said 210, I actually don't know what that's a reference to.
Well, they're talking about the room number, right?
Yes, but I don't know what he's referring to that Benzino said 210. Do you know what I mean? He's like, when you
How
said
much he
210,
lifts.
maybe that's the one thing I can think of. Oh, interesting. It's kind of ruined my ability, but I just went on Lyric Genius and I clicked that line to see what 210 meant, and it's saying there's a quadruple entendre here. Um, 210 is a slang for a blowjob, B being the second letter of the alphabet and J being the 10th.
I've never heard that before.
Um, room 210 in the Red Roof Inn. In the police cam footage of Benzito getting escorted out of the Red Roof Inn, you could see his room beside the room number 204, so it can also be taken to mean room 210. I don't know about that. I don't know anything about apparently there's footage of him. I don't know. Um, Following a debt scheme, 210 is a debt repayment incentive where you get a 2% discount on the amount you owe and make a repayment in 10 days. 210 is also a dig at his height, 2'10". Okay.
So
Either
there's
way.
a lot there. I wonder if like in the past, if Eminem's gonna comment back and be like, "No, I only meant this, this, and
Yeah.
that, not all of that."
Yeah, which
But
is
maybe he did mean all of that.
he's
I
done
don't
that
know.
in the past. Okay, so either way, he says when you said 210, I never guessed you meant the Red Roof Inn, meaning the hotel, in a room with one single bed, two men. So then he's implying that he's secretly gay and he's hiding it, right? That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
And then Shady Man, you can't. Yes, you can. So he's getting ahead of the critics saying, hey, you can't talk about that. And he's like, yes, I can. All right, so this is where we left it off. We'll finish the song out here. Okay.
You can. Yes, you can. Well, I guess then I regret to inform you hate to spoil a day. But this doesn't bring me no joy to say. Guess that Coi Leray feeds in the toilet, eh? God, yeah. Damage due to flows, collateral, I suppose. Pointed like mine in Sandra Bullock's nose. Head and bullet holes, have you full of those. You'll catch a stray like animal control. Plan a funeral, I'ma probably have to plan a funeral. Logical exams, once again, it is off into the damn padded room I go. Right toward the asylum of the psych ward. Because I strangled you with a mic cord. Because my fucking mind's more than I'm on my Pegasus, my high horse, and I'm fly. Bitch, I soar like a sty. You probably feel like you're gonna die. Cause you're in my morgue and you're tied up like a tie score. And that's why I'm back with Cole Bennett. And I've been it, the level J. Cole Bennett. It's aftermath that I ride for till I die.
Okay. I feel like the last half of the song went so quick. Hey, bud, you waking up? Okay. Um, okay, so then he continues. He says, well, I guess then I regret to inform you, hate to spoil the day, but this doesn't bring me no joy to say. Guess that Coi Leray feet's in the toilet, eh?
So that's what you were just talking about.
So his daughter, I forget if they brought it up.
Benzino's daughter.
Yeah. I don't remember if the interviewers brought it up or she did. I think they asked. So they brought it up. They're like, hey, you're Benzino's daughter. You're an artist too. Would you work with Eminem or whatever? And she said she likes some of his music. She thinks he's a great artist. She doesn't listen to all his music, blah blah blah. But she did say she would never do it if her dad wasn't okay with it. Meaning like she wouldn't. So she would maybe consider it, but not unless her dad was cool with it, right?
It's there.
I feel like Benzino came out afterwards and said something to the effect of like, I wouldn't stand in her way, right? But whatever. So this is the reference to that. Saying, okay, there's no chance Eminem saying that he would do a feature with her. Now, I don't know if I take this as like I never was gonna do it with her anyway, or now that I dissed her dad again, because her whole thing was like, I was a little kid when this happened. You know what I mean? She's like, this is nothing to me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I had no part of it.
But then, like, ultimately, if Eminem did do a feature with her, it would inevitably, like, benefit him.
So the other thing, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, her and her dad are kind of estranged. Kind of. From what I remember.
Well, if she
Like they don't
cares
really
enough to
talk.
have his approval, then they can't be too estranged to the point where she would just want to rub it in his
So
face.
it's
You
not
know what I mean?
so yeah, like she apparently she doesn't hate him, but she also doesn't apparently the way I interpreted that interview, she's like she wouldn't want to do anything to go out of her way to hurt him. It's just they're not, I mean she's an adult.
Okay.
So okay, this is the acknowledgement of that, and obviously he's just mentioning his daughter in a song, which is interesting. But at the same time, she's a public artist in the past where Eminem's daughter that got mentioned wasn't, so whatever. Okay, and then he kind of changes his flow here. He says, damage due to flows, collateral, I suppose, gat pointed like mine and Sandra Bullock's nose. Yeah, them bullet holes have you full of those. You'll catch a stray like animal control. Plan a funeral. I'ma probably have to plan a few neurological exams. Once again, it is off into that damn padded room I go.
Okay.
So this is really the way he delivers the lines are really good here.
Yeah.
So yeah. So this goes back to the obviously that last scheme about Coi Leray. He's like, oh, I guess that features in the toilet, and he says damage due to flows, collateral, I suppose, meaning like I wasn't trying to destroy that relationship that didn't
Yeah.
really exist, but she's collateral damage. She caught a stray because of her father, right? Which is interesting. And then Gat pointed like mine and Sandra Bullock's nose. It's a
They
funny
like
reference.
pointy noses.
Yeah, Eminem's talked about that a bunch of times about him having a pointy nose, and Sandra. I guess I don't. I take his word for it. I don't. She hasn't been popular in a while, so
Yeah, I don't remember.
I assume she has a
I
pointy
guess
nose, though.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then yeah, he's gonna have you full of bullet holes. You catch a stray like animal control. So that's a cool line. They catch
Yeah.
stray animals and then stray bullet, and then plan a funeral because of the stray bullet you just got hit with. And I'm gonna probably have to plan a funeral. So he literally says
Yeah.
funeralogical exam. So it's very clever. The funeral and funeralogical. It
Yeah, it is
sounds
really good. And he says it like the same way.
exactly, yeah. And then he says, once again, it is off into that damn padded room I go. So he needs neurological
You're like saying
exams.
he's crazy, off to the psych ward,
Yes, which we saw that imagery heavy in Relapse, 3 a.m., that whole thing, his whole serial killer alter ego type thing.
which is great. Does that mean he's gonna start doing more
I don't know. That'd be
of
cool.
that? Because I like that.
Me too.
I like that.
And then he continues. He says, right towards the asylum or the psych ward because I strangled you with a mic cord because my fucking mind's morbid. I'm on my Pegasus, my high horse, and I'm fly. Bitch, I soar like a sty. You probably feel like you're gonna die. So he's continuing the scheme. He's gonna go to the asylum or psych ward because he killed somebody with a mic cord, right? So he's criminally insane. He's
Yeah.
crazy. His mind's morbid. He's on his Pegasus, which is a horse, a mythological horse with wings, my high horse, and I'm fly. Bitch, I soar like a sty. So
Like your
a
eye.
sty is literally an eyesore. You probably feel like you're gonna die. And then because you're in my tongue, you're in my morgue, and you're tied up like a tight score. It's a tie or tight, whatever. I thought he said tie, but
It's
maybe it's
probably a
tight.
tie score.
Yeah. Oh no, maybe tight because then he's saying tie twice. I don't know, whatever. And that's why I'm back with Cole Bennett, and I've been at the level J.
Oh,
Cole
that's
Bennett.
good. Oh
Yeah,
wow. I
it's
missed that when he was saying it.
yeah.
That always happens to me. I always like miss a lot when I hear something for the first time.
Yeah, okay, so he does say tight score. I'm back with Cole Bennett, and I've been at the level J. Cole Bennett. It's aftermath that I ride for till I die. So yeah, he's continuing the scheme of, you're gonna die, you end up in the morgue, right? He has this morbid thing, strangling you with the mic cord, criminally insane, and you're tied up, so like physically tied up, like a tight score. So literally, if the game's tied, it's a tight game.
Yeah.
And he says, and that's why he's back with Cole Bennett. So that again, this is his album, The Lyrical Lemonade. And then I've been at the level J. Cole Bennett. So he's doing a play on Cole Bennett and
Yes.
then the way he says it. And he's obviously given a tip of the cap to J. Cole saying
Yeah.
he's like the best and I'm the best and I've been at the best, right? And then it's aftermath that I ride for till I die.
Nice.
All right.
So it was like short and sweet and to the point, basically.
Yeah.
But
So
I mean, he still got it.
yeah, no, it's great. And it's obviously, it's a minute and 50 seconds. This is like, it's one verse, there's no chorus. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't want to say like a throwaway verse or song because it's got some really good stuff in it, but you could
Yeah.
tell he was just having fun. You know what I
Well, yeah, because
mean?
I mean, it's short. It's not really like a song, you know?
Yeah.
Like me, I guess it's like typical for like girls or maybe just me, but I like prefer songs with like a chorus, like, something I could like sing along to. You
Like
can't really sing along to this.
more of a traditional song
Yeah,
format.
but this is
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah. No, I think it was really good. It's funny that the Benzino beef he dug back up. So again, Benzino, I see on YouTube, like anytime Benzino does an interview. So to be fair to him, I feel like a lot of people, all the interviewers want to ask him about it, but he still talks about it and still says, whatever he says about Eminem.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, Coi Leray, there was a popular interview where they mentioned Eminem. So I do know Benzino has released 2 diss tracks since this came out.
He makes music?
Yeah. He's
Oh,
like a terrible rapper, but yeah.
I thought he was just a magazine person or whatever.
So I mean, he's more of that than a rapper, but
Yeah.
yes, he was a rapper. Um, he was never very good. I heard the first one he released, and then just today another one came out.
So is this what Eminem's talking about when he's like now it's kind of ruined because her dad keeps like rapping about him?
No, so those two songs came out after this.
Oh,
That's what I
okay.
said. He released two songs since this track came out.
Okay, sorry. I'm like in space right
Yeah,
now.
no, it's okay. So yeah, it's interesting. They're nothing. So I heard the one, the other one I'm just assuming sucks because they usually do.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I like the song. It's cool. Like I said, we also missed
Another
the
song. We
Lace
missed
It.
like all of the Nicki Minaj
I
album.
know.
And that was like so long ago.
Lace It Up or Lace It with Juice World, which is actually
Oh,
I
you were just
listened to that.
mentioning that.
Yeah, so we'll have to check that out. But yeah, it's interesting to be back with Rusty, but
Yeah.
we'll get back into it.
Definitely rusty and distracted.
Yes.
But he's sleeping. Me cute. So yeah. So definitely check out Carnivore Snacks and SeatGeek, like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys soon.
Yes, we'll see you. Bye.
Bye.